Hi there, everyone. My name is Vince, and welcome to the channel. In today's video and this live stream, we're going to be going over an amazing new offering from DEWALT. It's a brand new FLEXVOLT 60-volt max double bevel compound motor saw. And why do I think that it's amazing? It's the technology that's built into it. Matter of fact, so impressive because they've pulled technology from other industries and other areas and incorporated it into this cordless motor saw. Pretty awesome stuff. I have a few articles, a couple articles that I want to go over, and I have a whole slideshow for all of you to gander at all the new pictures. I want to say hello to Adam Mendoza, who was first, and Crazy Mike. Thank you for tuning in from the Mod Squad. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to give you all the information that I have and all of the pictures that I have. Hello, Larry Cook, Ernesto Duran, and David Krause. Do what David Krause has done. Type at VCG Construction. If you want to have me answer a question or have a comment you'd like me to acknowledge. But before we get started with all the specs and features, what really makes this new FLEXVOLT motor saw so amazing, if you could be so kind, please hit the like button. What happens is, when you hit the like button, it sends a signal you appreciate the content, and you think that we should be allotted more bandwidth so that you can get better audio visual quality and take in all of the specs and features from DEWALT. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. We got David Krause says volume is low. I don't know why the volume would be low. Is it low for everyone? Let me know. It does look kind of low over here. It's kind of low in the see what happened if something got moved. I want you to have the best audio visual quality. Is that any better? Does that help? I hope I'm not clipping. Hope it sounds okay. I'm going to have to go over that whole thing over again. Let me know if it sounds better now. Hello, Arturo. I appreciate everybody's help. What affects volume? Better, all good, says Damien. Should I raise it up a hair more? I don't think so. Sometimes I get a little too loud. David Krause says much better. That's kind of odd. I'm gonna have to see what I got. Oh, I know why it's very low. Oh, I made a mistake. You want to, what's it called? Here, hold on. How's that? Is that better? Oh no. Yeah, if that's much better. I hope we didn't get any feedback. But here's the deal. I want to go over this as quick as possible. Thank you if you're tuning in for hanging in there while we had the audio visual quality a little bit better now. Let me see here. All right, so here's the deal. If you look, there you go. There wasn't enough likes on the stream. The audio visual quality was down in the pits. You couldn't hear me. But before we get started on all the specs and features of this amazing new saw that takes technology from other industries, if you could be so kind to please hit the like button, get subscribed, tap the bell. We do tool deal videos, save you big money. But most importantly, hitting the like button is a free action for you to take that signals to YouTube that you believe we should get more bandwidth to spread the good word of the tool industry to the stratospheres. Okay? It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. The audio visual quality gets better because we get that more bandwidth, and you'll get 7 years of good luck. There's no good reason not to. Other thing is, do what Bobby Smith, my mentor from Chicago, has done. Type at VCG Construction so that I can see it. Highlights your comment so that I can see that you want to ask a question or you need an answer from me. Now, you don't need to type at VCG Construction if you're talking to someone else in the chat, but if you want to get my attention, then please type at VCG Construction so I can answer your comment. Now, you can see the pictures flying by. And I want to talk about some other stuff that I have here on the table, okay? I want to talk about some other stuff that I have on the table, but we're going to get into that after I read this. Now, this is what DEWALT tells us about this new offering. Their press release came out today. It says, cut, capture, and charge. DEWALT announces, and that's very important that they say charge. Very important that they say charge when referring to the saw. DEWALT announces 60-volt MAX Brushless 12-inch double bevel sliding miter saw with exceptional runtime and 20% more power. Now, they have a double asterisk on their press release. Double asterisk or double plus marks says that's based on NWO test results comparing the DEWALT 60-volt MAX DCS781 with the DCB609 battery versus Milwaukee's 18-volt 2739-21 HD, that's their double bevel slider, 12 inches, with their 4811-1812 Milwaukee battery. Okay? So it says Milwaukee's a registered trademark of Milwaukee Electric Tool Corp. and is not endorsed or approved this statement. Okay? So you can see they're not comparing this new saw to an older FlexVolt model. They are indeed comparing it to Milwaukee's 12-inch double bevel slider. Now, they go on to say this new miter saw delivers up to 675 cuts in 3¼ inch MDF base molding or 255 cuts in pressure-treated 4x4 timber. Timber? Who wrote this press release? Listen, timber is like over in Europe. We have 4x4 lumber here in the U.S. Hashtag just saying. It says with a single DEWALT FLEXVOLT DCB609 battery. Now, here's the question. I have a DCB606 right here, which is the FlexVolt 6 amp hour battery. And I'm going to talk about this in just a minute and why there's so much technology built into this saw and how far DEWALT has actually progressed. So they're talking about the 9 amp hour FlexVolt battery. This is the 6 amp. Now, the full press release says that DEWALT today announced the highly anticipated 60-volt MAX brushless 12-inch double bevel sliding miter saw that tackles demanding applications with 20% more power. The miter saw provides. I'm going to bring this down here. The miter saw provides users with efficiency through regenerative braking technology that extends runtime by redirecting lost energy back into the battery, while the bevel drive transmission reduces power loss that may occur with belt-driven designs. Now, you might be wondering, how are they regenerating that power? What are they talking about? 20% more power. It's crazy to think that we're seeing more technology come in from the hobby and RC car industry. We saw stacked lithium battery packs or power stack batteries come into the tool arena. If you don't know what that is and why it's so important, you can go to this video right here, okay? But the reality is that this technology is from as far as my knowledge, is from speed controls from radio controlled cars. What they do is, instead of wasting the power generating heat from braking an RC car, okay, what you would do is you would put the RC car in reverse, okay? It would apply the brakes, and the brakes were literally a charge circuit that would use the rotational force from those wheels to then act as a generator or alternator, whatever you want to call it, to then recharge the batteries. Crazy to think how that worked. It would have traditionally been used, it just would have been wasted as heat. But they're using that technology from when the brake engages on this large diameter saw, 12-inch miter saw blade. They apply the braking technology, and that then turns that motor that's driving that blade into a generator or alternator and then charges the battery. So instead of wasting that energy, just generating heat, they're using it to prolong the life of the battery, the runtime of the battery. I think that's pretty awesome. Every little bit counts when it comes to cordless tools, and they found a way to keep those batteries running longer. I like that. Hello, Anthony Benatti. He says, holy Vince, I am a pro 1/5 scale RC car racer. Anthony, I used to love to build RC cars when I was younger and race them. Me and my cousin would do it. We had a great time. It was using our hands. You know, of course, I like to cook. I love construction. It's about building it and the competition. It was a great time. I wish I had more time now as an adult to do it. But it's like I don't have that many times I should make more time for hobbies. And if you think I should make more time for hobbies, please smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. It lets me know that you want more breaking news like this. When these press releases come out or when I find this information, gives us time to discuss. And if you like discussing it as soon as we can, right, as soon as we get the information, smash the like button. Doesn't cost you a dime. Free for you to do. Hello, Randy Matthews. Remember, type at VCG Construction. This way, I can see your comment if you're talking to me. All right, let's move on. Okay, so it says, using one of DEWALT's FLEXVOLT 9 amp hour batteries, the saw can make 675 cuts in 3¼ inch MDF base molding or 255 cuts in pressure-treated 4x4 timber. The saw has the ability to capture up to 95% of dust. The cut line LED blade positioning system provides accurate cut line indication, while the controls make miter, bevel, and trench cuts easy. Users can cut 6.5-inch baseboard standing up against the fence, and we could see that in a picture right now, or 6.5-inch crown molding nested with the saw's tall adjustable fences. The miter saw lock makes for seamless miter angle adjustments, while the 12 and 3/16-inch horizontal cut and large carry handle maximize portability without sacrificing capability. And you can see here, let's go back. They're saying that you can cut 6.5-inch. It's pretty funny. So if we're looking here at this picture, I guess the bevel gear in here allows for them to move that drivetrain up higher so you're able to get larger base molding up against the fence for cutting. A lot of times, if you needed to cut this larger base molding or any type of molding, you'd have to lay flat, which is fine because if you have a bevel miter saw, you know, you just cut your angles using your bevel. But now they've moved that drivetrain up so that you can get larger molding. Me personally, I don't cut my crown molding. I cut my crown molding flat. I do not like to cut my crown molding nested. For me, it works better. I feel that there's less play, and you get a more accurate cut that way. Let's move on. Let me know in the chat, how do you cut your crown molding? Do you cut nested or do you cut flat? And what is your reason for cutting one way or the other? Craig Pratt says, do you own one? I do not own this saw. This is literally brand new. Way better, says Lux Roberts. DSAC says, Vince, do you see the new tools Milwaukee has coming out? Torx, millimeter, standard hex keys, and a new tape measure with small light on it. Yeah, DSAC. I saw them in an email. That's pretty exciting. I don't know if it's as exciting as this amazing miter saw, but I did see them. I'm interested in seeing the new hand tools from Milwaukee. All right. Here's the other thing I was kind of curious about. They talk about that 94% of dust. It says 94% of dust is captured. I guess they have. Let's take a look here. I know there's another picture here. See if we could take a look at the other side. And I would say that if they're able to capture that much dust, it would be a great improvement over my older DEWALT saw. I saw a picture with him connecting the hose. I'm not exactly sure I can see why it would be an improvement for that dust capturing. But here's the deal. If we look at this picture here, I think it tells kind of a tale. You can see he's indoors. He's got the hose attached. He's cutting base molding. There's not a lot of dust on the base or the table of the miter saw. So I think that if you're able to capture 94% of dust, this would make for a logical decision if you do a lot of interior work in occupied spaces. What's up, William Wise? Thanks for tuning in. That's a lot of captured dust. If you're working in occupied spaces, here's the thing. It means a lot that they're capturing that much dust, but more importantly, it would help reduce cleanup time because it's eliminating that airborne particulate. Anthony Bonani says, major Milwaukee deals for the company starting with the first letter of my first name. And only 4 letters long. I'm confused. I don't know. Who is that, Anthony? I'm confused. That's good there, William Wise. All right, let's move on. Let me know, Anthony, what that means. We got that. It says the miter lock makes for seamless miter angle adjustments. We got that. The 60-volt MAX Brushless 12-inch double bevel sliding miter saw will be available as a bare unit tool only under product number DCS7818 or kitted under DCS781X1 in February 2023, where DEWALT products are sold. Okay? Now, here's the thing. We have a second press release. Nick P says Acme. I gotta be. Oh, is that what you're saying? I have to check that out. I thought you meant a tool brand. I'm sorry, tool store. You said for the company. So Acme. I have to check that out there, Anthony. Elon Musk is in the stream because we're talking about battery technology. He's decided to tune in and says you will never catch 100% debris from cutting anything. I think 94% is a pretty good statistic. Nick Pease chiming in says they have Milwaukee tool deals. Pretty awesome. I really like this slideshow. You're able to get a good overall look at the tool, many different angles. Scooter McDuder, what's up, Duder? Says, wait. Okay, I'm here. Now you can start the stream. We just started, cuz. Now, I have a second press release or more information to go over. And this is where it gets very important. Chaka Gillis with a $2 holla says, keep it simple today. Ryobi tools are trash. We appreciate you keeping it simple and keeping it to your truth, Chaka Gillis. And as well as the $2 holla, we appreciate that very much. Thank you. It helps us to improve the streams. Audio and visually quality makes it better. Thank you. Hello, Jeffrey Henson. How you doing? This part of the press release goes over more information. Oh, before we do that, you know what else helps the audio visual quality? Listen, if maybe you're not like Chaka Gillis. Maybe you're like, listen, I need a little bit more for my $2. Okay? To help the stream. I'm not willing to just give out $2 for nothing. What you could do is go on over to the merch store. You should be able to get to the merch store from underneath the stream here, or you could go to vcg.shop. Okay? You could pick yourself up at the gang hat, a very cool gang hat. You can pick up a regular VCG construction hat, hoodies, all kind of stuff. It's a great way to help the channel. Plus, you get merch. They also they're also great gifts for the trades peoples in your life. Go and check it out. I implore you. All right. Let's go back. Jimmy Pham, how you doing? Anthony Benatti says, hit the like button and buy some merch. You tell him, Anthony Benatti. Okay, this is where it gets very interesting. They have, excuse me, they kind of laid this out a little bit. They put more emphasis on the battery technology. And this is where the DEWALT 60-volt max brushless 12-inch double bevel sliding miter saw. And here's the thing. If you wanted to read this for yourself, you can go on over to DEWALT.com and look up product number DCS781X1. You could read this review. You could read this overview for yourself. Here's the important part. It says single battery operation, capable power from the 60-volt max battery to tackle professional applications. Now, why is this so revolutionary for DEWALT? Number one, I don't know if I've said this before, but if you go to this video here, we talk about how when it comes to these multi-volt platforms, DEWALT is one of the companies that got it right, actually. Instead of making you jump to a different platform for larger tools, small equipment, larger tools, what they decided to do was they decided to have forwards and backwards compatibility with their FlexVolt line, 20 volt, 60 volt. They didn't force you into a new battery platform. They got it right there. Okay, number one. Number two, you're still able to run those smaller tools with this smaller FlexVolt battery, as opposed to having to run a larger car-sized battery. Okay, you can take this battery, this smaller battery, off this drill and then put it on this miter saw or a breaker, a larger rotary hammer. And here's the thing. You're able to get more runtime. This is a 15 amp hour battery in this compact size. I think they really have done a lot right at DEWALT. Now, single battery operation. They're talking about all those stats that we talked about previously are based on a 9 amp hour battery. So think about it. You're able to get 6 more amp hours if you were to throw this 15 amp hour battery on there. Hello, Truth Serum. Now, we're gonna go through, I think maybe, Simon, we're going to answer your question in just a minute. And if I don't answer, make sure you remind me. They're saying exceptional runtime with that battery. Cut, capture, charge. Regenerative brake technology extends runtime by redirecting lost energy back into the battery. That's the important part. DEWALT didn't go over exactly what they meant. They didn't finish the statement. I mean, where is this lost power coming from? They're using that braking technology, that brake technology we talked about earlier, in that spinning flywheel. That 12-inch diameter saw blade becomes a large spinning flywheel that then acts to regenerate the battery pack on the tool. I love that they're including this extra circuitry. It probably cost a few extra bucks to include it in the saw, that software, that technology, that hardware, but you're going to get a longer runtime out of your batteries. And guess what? Here's the thing. You're going to realize how much more runtime you're going to get when you use saws that do not include it. You won't. I mean, I'm just going to say this once again. Anthony Benatti could remember, because he built RC cars as well. When you took out the servo and the switch plate out of your RC car when you were a kid, and you put in an electronic speed control, and you started using that regenerative energy in your RC cars, you realized how much longer. You're like, wow, look at all this extra runtime I'm now getting out of my battery packs. You're going to get the same aha moment when you start to use this saw, I would assume. Okay. this is another product overview. We don't necessarily need to go over that again, but we're going to go over the additional features. They say efficient dust capture, up to 94% of dust captured when cutting 2x10 SPF using the DWV015 dust extractor, sold separately. So they're quoting that 94% of airborne particulate removed from the air if you're using that dust extractor. I will assume that it is the FLEXVOLT dust extractor. I could pull it up. All right. It says dual fitting dust port, standard airlock port for seamless integration with the DEWALT extractors. Also compatible with standard 1 7/8 and 2.5-inch wet dry vacuums with included adapter. Extractors and wet dry vacuums sold separately. It goes on to say optimized capacity, cut 6.5-inch baseboard vertically or 6.5-inch crown molding nested, and 12 3/16 wide lumbers. See, they used the right word there. They didn't say timbers. They said lumbers. I like that. Proven accuracy cut line. Blade positioning system provides adjustment-free cut line indication. Convenient portability. Optimized design weighs only 50.9 pounds. Bare tool for easy transport. They have a bevel gear transmission, delivers fast, reliable cutting, and is designed to reduce power loss that may occur with belt drive designs. Ease of use, easy blade change and cut depth, miter and bevel cut adjustments. I like that. They're saying best applications, the intended applications for this saw are interior and exterior finish and trim, hardwood flooring, dimensional lumber framing, and deck building. The kit includes that 12-inch saw, a 9-amp-hour battery, a 6-amp-hour charger, which sounds like a pretty fast charger, one blade wrench, one material clamp, one stabilizer bar, one vacuum adapter, one dust bag, 2 base extensions. I'm going to pull this over for just a minute here. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull this over for all of you to see. I'm sure you would appreciate this part. We have all of the specifications. We're gonna show you all of them. So the blade speed's 3,800 RPM. Bevel capacity's 49 to 49. Okay, left and right. So it's dual bevel, right? Product length, you can see it. Tool length, you can see it. Battery capacity is 9 amp hours. No load speed, RPM's 3,800. Product height, product width. Blade diameter is 12 inches. Voltage is 60 volts. You cannot use 20 volt max batteries on this tool. Power source, of course, is cordless. Battery type, it has to be FLEXVOLT. Cutting capacity, you can see 12.1875 inches. They're really driving home the RPMs, and it's 3,800 RPMs. Product weight is 50.9 pounds. You can see some of those pictures here. Here is the battery that it comes with. This is the DCB1881. So let's make sure. So DCB1106 would be the charger it comes with. Let me see. 1112. Here is the charger it comes with. This is the DCB1106 charger. It is fairly rapid. It's not their most rapid charger. This is their 12 amp hour fast charger. That is their fastest charger. This is their most fast charger, and this thing's pretty doggone good if you ask me. Hello, Ricardo Cintron. Now, down here is the DWX724 motor saw stand. This is actually my favorite motor saw stand from DEWALT. I like it the best. I gotta tell you, a lot going on here. A lot of technology built into this saw. My question for all of you would be, though, what do you think of it compared to the previous FLEXVOLT model? I mean, you could see it here. This is the DHS790ATS. This saw takes two. It would take two FLEXVOLT. It would take two FLEXVOLT batteries. The new saw takes one. Now, here's the thing. With taking two FLEXVOLT batteries, you had the ability to plug that saw, this older saw, in. This saw, you could use a wall adapter if you were going to set your saw up in a single place throughout the day. You can see here, you were able to put a dummy battery in there that had a wall adapter. It was a wall adapter. You could plug that into the saw, and you could just run the saw all day long. What do you think of the new saw? It doesn't seem like you're able to use that adapter. I'm not seeing it in any of the press materials. What do you think of that? Is that a deal breaker? Are you thinking that maybe you should buy the old saw? We want to know. You got to leave it in the chat or in the comments section. Brogan, you are correct. I do not like wheels on my motor saw stand. Love it on my table saw, not on my motor saw stand. Woodchuck says, saw is sweet, needs a wall adapter. I would not disagree. I saw some of the people in the chat earlier said that this price, it looks like they might be European. It says that the saw would be $699 USD. So bare tool, it would be $699. What do you think of that price? Simon Felix says, I think we need a tool test. Old versus new. We'd have to get the old one. I don't own it. I actually own the corded DEWALT miter saw. They should go with the wall adapter too. I agree. I'm not going to disagree. I kind of agree with that. Let me see here. I want to say a special thank you to those of you like Chaka Gillis that have spent a little do-re-mi in Super Chat. It helps us to put these streams on because Verizon does not let us stream for free. They actually charge us for internet service. Also want to say a special thank you to the moderators for being here, helping to keep the chat G rated, because everybody knows the best way to get from A to Z is to keep it VCG rated. Balaki Johnson says, I just switched to Flex, Cusbo. We need a Flex motor. I would agree that Flex, after the first of the year, needs to make a big release. They need to debut a motor saw, and they need to debut a table saw. And finally, I want to say a special thank you to each and every one of you, the very coolest community on all of the interwebs, for everything that you contribute to this channel. All the views, all of the likes, all of the comment, all of the chat, all of the love. You are the coolest community on all of the interwebs. And I appreciate every single one of you for being here with me. DEWALT missed their chance to make a zero clearance sliding motor saw. You could just put a zero clearance plate on there, no? I don't know exactly what you mean. But okay, King Yang. Michael says, do you think DEWALT will ever make a 20-volt brushless dual bevel motor saw? I don't think that there would be a good reason for them not to. Hello, John Loria. Thank you for being here, member, as well as you, Nick P., and all the other members. Thank you so much for everything you do. Listen, everybody, I got to get back at it. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think of the saw? Should we get it in? Do you want to see it in action? I think I want to get it in. I want to test it out. I want to see how it performs. Because everybody knows the real reason you get a lot of blade chatter from a motor saw is when it's underpowered. Dull blade could do it too. But as the blade, if it's underpowered, you'll get some blade stall through the material, and you'll get the blade to deflect, and that could cause chatter. Can this FlexVolt saw accomplish it with one small battery like this one here? I want to know. I want to know, should I get it in? I think we need a full test. Everybody, hope to see you all on the next one.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy, and you're here in the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, here, and maybe over here. See you later.